After those turnovers there early, you try to get Zakai back on the court, sneak him on there?
Yeah, well, you give them credit. You know, they played extremely hard. Our whole conversation with their team about South Carolina was how hard they play, how competitive they are. You look at their record and the fact that they just keep competing. Wouldn't surprise me one bit if they end up winning the league again and getting back to the NCAA tournament. Really, really well-coached team. And we told the team coming in, as much as we tried to assimilate it, what they do, and we turned it over, I think 5 times in the first 4 minutes. And after that, and we didn't even look anything like what we were trying to get done. But we settled in and we had some good moments.
Coach Lentz said yesterday that he thought Amari Evans has improved as much as anybody over the last month and a half. Just what is he continuing to do so well and continue to earn your trust?
Well, again, I think consistency, and he, early he was, remember, I think he fouled out a game with 6-7 minutes, and in the game after that, probably not as aggressive as he needs to be. I think it's just getting playing time. I understand it, but in practice, taking advantage of what he's trying to do in practice. And, he missed some valuable minutes preseason when he was hurt. But he's just, if he competes, does what we need him to do, he'll keep getting better because he wants to be a good player. He really does. He wants to be a good basketball player.
Team had 30 assists on 39 field goals tonight. Obviously, lopsided matchup, but what did you like about just the offensive cohesion you saw going into conference play?
Well, early, I keep telling our guys, if we don't call a certain set or something, they don't even look inside. And we're a better team. I mean, now on that one possession where Jalen ended up getting a shot block, that ball should have come back out. There were so many guys in there, and we had guys spotted up, and those are the threes that we want. But, we found a balance, but we got to find it earlier. We shouldn't wait. But, again, give them credit. They're a hard team to get some rhythm against because of the way they play, and which is, again, give them kudos. That's what they do. They really try to disrupt you 94 feet. But when we were organized and we've proven that we can pass the ball and our shot selection is better. But overall, the second half, obviously, we got some good things going. Our size is overwhelming to some of the teams certainly we play. But I just thought we had some good moments. But we're going to have more. We can't get off to the kind of start we did earlier. And defensively, we weren't very good to start the game either. They got the ball at the rim. Now, Felix made, I think, 2 really good blocks there, but we were taking guys out really pretty quickly tonight because of just not doing their coverage on defense. And in games like this, you find out a lot about your team in terms of who can be locked in and understand that every night you go on the floor, you're really competing against yourself. And regardless of what the score is, every possession matters. You're trying to, develop the kind of habits you want to see. And when you look at it, they had one regard, the guy that we really talked about, he had a great night against us. And just because we weren't disciplined enough to stay in front, reaching, and we fouled too much when the clock was under 5, when slapping down, things like that. We still got a long way to go with some of this stuff.
Can you appreciate rebounding numbers that were what they were despite some of the stuff you're talking about?
Yeah, I mean, obviously our size there, but that's got to be a big part of what we do. It does. And again, it all goes back to consistency. And Dwayne, first half, I don't even think he had anything but zeros across the board, right? He can't do that. I thought Felix, again, defensively, I think Felix, when he's locked in, is the best post defender in the country because of how he can guard both perimeter and around the rim. But I think we got, 6 or 7 offensive rebounds on one possession there. Did a really poor job on the free throw line. And again, there were some good things, but I didn't think our concentration was great at the beginning, with especially with the 5 guys. Not all 5 of them, but some of them that started.
You mentioned the free throws there. It's been a reoccurring theme now. How do y'all fix that? What can y'all do?
They got to fix it. If I shot them, we'd make them all. I can take care of that, but I don't get to go shoot them. If we had a designated shooter, I'd go do it. I think I could put 3. I think all of our coaches could. Gainey would say he could do it. Polinsky would say he could do it. McLean, I'm not sure about. Riley would certainly think he could do it. And it's mental toughness, and that's what I think it is. I mean, guys that can make threes ought to be able to make free throws. It's harder than you think because you go from being guarded and somebody in your face to where you go up there, you're standing there by yourself. And I think it all goes back to a routine. And, we've tried different things with different guys. I just think you lock in on your routine and trust it.
Do you feel like tonight was a nice stepping stone for Nate going into SEC play?
Yeah, I mean, Nate, I love Nate. I love everything about him. I keep telling him when he drives, he's going to have to learn to take on the physicality if he's going to drive it. When you bounce the ball more than twice and you're playing upright, it's hard to get anywhere. My favorite play was the last basket he scored where he had missed 2 threes in a row. Instead of settling again, he was wide open. He took one dribble, and that's experience. I mean, at some point in time, you just can't keep thinking, I got to make a three, I got to make a three. You got to do the right thing. And Nate can shoot. Again, he's a better free throw shooter than he's right now, but he's like every guy. The slate's clean for us as a team. Everybody's numbers are going to get rewound here, and I expect him to be the guy that I know he is. But he's so much more. I mean, he's a terrific passer, and he sees the floor. Like we told Jacoby, he finally got a layup. He could have had that 3 different times because Nate was waiting on him to do it, and he just wouldn't go in there. Nate is a really, really terrific passer up there. And again, I think potentially the most complete guy in the country. I really believe that, and I think he's going to keep getting better and better. I mean, we were talking the other day at lunch, and Steve McLean reminded me when we were in the conference play against Texas last year, start of the second half, we ran a play for Chaz, and he didn't shoot the ball, and we took him out. And, but from January until the end of January, Chaz made just incredible strides, and I think we'll see the same thing out of Nate.
Saw 2 more hands up, Cora and Ryan.
You talked about Dwayne not producing in the first half. Just for him stepping to this bigger role, what are you looking for him, more from him, or the next step for him going into SEC play?
Consistency, again, because he's proven he can do it. He's got to do it every night. He's got to find a way. I thought he's normally a guy that really does a good job connecting us on the offensive end. He was slow getting where he needed to go, spacing wise, slow getting into ball screens when he needed to get there, and because he's a guy that can keep things going, and he can score the ball. He can do a lot. But tonight, I just thought he was very lethargic.
Last one from Ryan.
Troy taking 2 shots and having 6 assists, is that him understanding how to make an impact without scoring?
He can, and again, he broke. We left him out there with a couple possessions longer than we normally would have because he missed the tag, and he knew it. That was a good thing. He at least knew he missed it, and when he got because we are aggressive in our ball screen coverage, but he knew right away that he missed it, and but yeah, he can. I mean, Troy can. He does see the floor for most of the game. He plays through the net and sees what's going on, and we know he can shoot the ball. He get going there, but he's got to see himself not just as a guy that can score the ball, but can defend.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you guys.